We live in a world with finite resources, and therefore, as Hardin has pointed out, a world can only support a finite population. As a result, there must be an eventual point where population growth stops and hits zero. However, looking at recent population trends, the world population has exploded during the past century and is still growing to this date. This brings us to the idea of the tragedy of the commons, which is a concept which highlights the depletion of the shared resources due to individual self-interest. Envision a bustling city dependent on a shared water reservoir for its sustenance. Initially, a responsible consumption by each citizen ensures the reservoir's health. However, as the population swells and individuals, driven by their desire for comfort and prosperity, increase their water usage, the once abundant resource begins to dwindle. The metaphorical tragedy unfolds as the collective strain on a common water source results in its degradation and potential collapse. Coined by economist Garrett Hardin, this concept serves as a stark reminder of the challenges arising from unbridled individual pursuits amid a growing population, urging societies to adopt sustainable practices for the preservation of shared resources. Following this, there's a lot of scientists that believe that our planet would soon be overwhelmed by population growth. One of them was Thomas Malthus, who believed that our world would soon enter catastrophe because, while food production grew only linearly, population was growing at an exponential rate. When the population surpassed the production of food, we would enter a Malthusian catastrophe where many people would die due to starvation, just due to the lack of food. However, this catastrophe has never occurred as population growth has slowed down. Had we remained at an exponential growth rate, the world population today would be around 243 billion. In addition, we have found that food production grew at a faster rate than population growth. This is in part due to the Green Revolution, also known as the Third Agricultural Revolution, which occurred between 1950 and the late 60s. This revolution brought better agricultural techniques, which included better technology such as better irrigation, fertilizers, pesticides, and methods to store and transport food. On the other hand, Esther Boserup had a more optimistic theory, whereas humanity approaches the limits of food supply. This prompts major investment and innovation to increase food supply and avoid a Malthusian catastrophe. In this theory, human innovation overcomes the population problem. This brings us into the conflicting views of the population problem, where we have Boserup's theory on the optimist side and Malthus's theory on the pessimist side. You can make an argument for either theory, but there is no definitive correct ideology. Bringing this lesson to a close, think between the pessimist and optimist ideologies. Which one do you agree with more and why?